she will be sharing this evening. Sister Tamika.
Thank you so much. Happy Sabbath again, everyone. It has been a good day. It's my first time here, and the lunch was good. The message of the morning, let's begin there, was really good. You know, for some of us, it's the first time. For persons like me, it's a reminder because sometimes we do forget. And then the food top it off, and I'm hoping that, you know, with this presentation, we could have a full plate to take home and, you know, take throughout the week with us. So about myself, what you see is what you get. I'm pretty simple. My family's here. My husband is in the back there. His name is Ewart. I have 3 children. That's my eldest, then my middle, and then my little daughter, Emma Rose. And my family and I fully embrace, I mentioned you first. My family and I fully embrace the health message and basically everything that the church stands for. And certainly it's not easy, you know, it's challenges everywhere. My 2 youngest are born plant-based, you know, and they're doing pretty well. So in case you're, you know, a little concerned about the effectiveness of the diet when it comes to children, because there's a lot of concerns, I have living proof here. That is something that you can do, and it's best to introduce your children to it from a young age, because let me tell you, it's been over 10 years going for me, and at times those bad habits threaten to come back. But when you have the right taste from your young, it will be a much easier process for you to go through. And with that said, let's get into natural remedies at your fingertips. And I'm sure with what you see here and what is on the screen, then you get an idea where I'm going with this. So I did say that already. We're going to embark on a journey of natural remedies hidden in our home, in our kitchen, specifically. And I'm asking for permission because we're going to pretend, and I want some engagement that I'm coming into your home. And when I put this together, I try to think of, you know, the most common thing that we will have in our home. It may differ in some cases, but even if we do, you'll learn something here, and you might decide to, for example, go buy a cabbage if you learn how powerful a cabbage can be to your health. Next. Jeremiah 30:17, I will give you back your health and heal your wounds, say the Lord. For you are called an outcast, Jerusalem, for whom no one cares. And I think that is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to go into, of course, Sister White, and it's taken from Safe Simple Remedies. And it says, in regard to that which we can do for ourselves, there is a point that requires careful, thoughtful consideration. I must be acquainted with myself. I must be a learner always as to how to take care of this building or body. The body God has given me that I may preserve it in the very best condition of health. I must eat those things which will be for my very best good physically, and I must take special care to have my clothing such as will conduce to a healthful circulation of blood. I must not deprive myself of exercise and air. I must get all the sunlight that is possible for me to obtain. And I went ahead and put the 8 laws of health, because as we go along, even though I will not be specifically touching that, it encompasses the 8 laws of health that we have been focusing on today. I must have wisdom to be a faithful guardian of my body. I should do a very unwise thing to enter a cool room when in a perspiration. I should show myself an unwise steward to allow myself to sit in a draft and thus expose myself so as to take cold. I should be unwise to sit with cold feet and limbs and thus drive back the blood from the extremities to the brain or internal organs. I should always protect my feet in damp weather. And the reason why I'm going through this is that there's a number of things that we do that takes us to the point of sickness, you know, and she's covering everything here. I should eat regularly of the most healthful food, which will make the best quality of blood. And I should not work intemperately if it is in my power to avoid doing so. And she's talk about the blood, and we realize that life is in the blood, and so we need to have healthy blood. And when I violate the laws of God as established in my being, I am to repent and reform and place myself in the most favorable condition under the doctors God has provided, which are the 8 laws of health: pure hair, pure water, healing, precious sunlight, exercise, temperance, and so on. There are many more simpler remedies which will do much to restore healthful action to the body. All these simple preparations the Lord expects us to use for ourselves, but man's extremities are God's opportunities. If we neglect to do that which is within the reach of nearly every family and ask the Lord to relieve pain when we are too indolent to make use of these remedies within our powers, it is simply presumption. The Lord expects us to work in order that we may obtain food. He does not propose that we shall gather the harvest unless we break the sod, till the soil and cultivate the produce. Then God sends the rain and the sunshine and the clouds to cause vegetation to flourish. God works and man cooperates with God. Then there is seed time and harvest. And keep this in mind, God will work, but we have to cooperate with him. God has caused to grow out of the ground herbs for the use of man. And if we understand the nature of those roots and herbs and make a right use of them, there would not be a necessity of running for the doctor so frequently, and people would be in much better health than they are today. I believe in calling upon the great physician when we have used these remedies I have mentioned. And I want to make it clear that even though, she spoke about running to the doctor, she's not saying we shouldn't go. Okay, she's not saying that, because they do have their purpose to us. Use the means within our reach, and this is important. She's not telling us, and God doesn't want us to go outside of her way to find that unique thing to make us better. He has provided enough for us. The idea which you hold that no remedy should be used for the sick is an error. God does not heal the sick without the aid of the means of healing which lie within the reach of man, or when men refuse to be benefited by simple remedies that God has provided in pure air and water. God's remedies. There are many ways of practicing the healing heart, but there is only one way that heaven approves. God's remedies are the simple agencies of nature that will not tax or debilitate the system through their powerful properties. Pure air and water, cleanliness, a proper diet, purity of life, a firm trust in God are remedies for the want of which thousands are dying. Yet these remedies are going out of date because their skillful use requires work that people do not appreciate. Fresh air, exercise, pure water, and clean, sweet premises are within the reach of all, with but little expense, but drugs are expensive, both in the outlay of means and in the effect produced upon the system. Use the simplest remedies. Nature will want some assistance to bring things to their proper condition, which may be found in the simplest remedies, especially the use of nature's own furnished remedies. And you see there's a repetition here of pure hair, and with a precious knowledge of how to breathe, pure water with a knowledge of how to apply it, plenty of sunlight in every room in the house if possible, and with an intelligent knowledge of what advantages are to be gained by its use. All these are powerful in their efficiencies, and the patient who has obtained a knowledge of how to eat and dress healthfully may live for comfort, for peace, and for health, and will not be prevailed upon to put to his lips drugs, which in the place of helping nature paralyzes her power. If the sick and suffering will do only as well as they know in regard to living out the principles of health reform perseveringly, then they will, in 9 cases out of 10, recover from their ailments. Amen. So we're going to go into the power of herbs. And we're gonna look at turmeric, ginger, and garlic. Turmeric. Turmeric is a bright yellow spice that is derived from the underground stems of the Curcuma longa plant. The plant is part of the ginger family and is grown in warm climates around the world. Turmeric is a spice that is used to give flavor and color to food. I assume all of us have seen it before. No? Who hasn't? No one? Okay, that's perfectly fine. We have it right here. Could you open this? You can also add curcumin as a flavoring to a variety of foods and beverages. For example, tea, golden milk, combined. And golden milk is pretty good. I call it my not eggnog. So, around the holidays, they have eggnog. So, golden milk is basically it's not really eggnog because there's no eggs in it. But I steam the turmeric into milk, and then I had the spices to it, and that's plant-based eggnog. Okay, or you could just have it as warm tea. Black pepper, cinnamon, and honey, or maple syrup, or low heat for about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit further down, but if you notice, there's black pepper there, and there's a little console about black pepper. Soups, broth, roasted veggies, rice dishes, lentil or bean stew, your juices. I put turmeric in almost everything. I love it. It can be used in various forms, including ground spice and fresh roots, and can also be taken as a dietary supplement. So you do have turmeric capsules as well that people take. Could you open this, please? So I'm gonna have him open this, and then he's gonna be like my little helper, and he'll pass it around. See if you have not seen turmeric before. I actually have a plant growing in my backyard. I should have brought it. I never thought of it, but it's a very beautiful plant. It looks like a flower, and no, this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. You could pass it. Give it to Sister Gabardine, and then she'll pass it around. You give this one on that side, and they'll pass it around. Okay, so that's turmeric, and I'm telling you, this is a must-have in your home. Must-have. Okay, it's anti-inflammatory. It's great for cold. It's great for making cough syrup. It's good for everything. All right. Okay, so turmeric is used to treat conditions such as skin disorders, respiratory problems, joint pain reliefs, and digestive disorders. More recently, turmeric has become a popular dietary supplement promoted to benefit a variety of conditions, including arthritis, digestive disorder, depression, and allergies, among others. Turmeric has been studied over the past few decades to understand its potential health benefits. One study in 2020 found that curcuma to be associated with anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, anti-diarrheal, antimicrobial, antiviral, and antioxidant properties. Did you hear that? Okay, the Arthritis Foundation recommends one 500 mg capsule of curcumin extract twice daily to help control symptoms of osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. It is a powerful anti-inflammatory and strong antioxidant. Oxidative damage is one mechanism that leads to the aging and many diseases. Curcumin fights free radicals that cause oxidative damage and protects the body. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, and we've seen that repeated, which is great for medicinal use. Since the body does not absorb turmeric properly on its own, it is recommended that it's combined with pepperin, which is found in black pepper, which helps to increase the absorption by 20%. Now, there is counsel for us to stay away from black pepper. And while there's not enough research on this, I so far found out that, and it's something you could look in for yourself because I'm still looking at it, that papaya seed has curcumin in it. So if you don't want to use black pepper, you should use black pepper, not pepper. Black. If it was pepper, we could use cayenne. Yeah, you could use papaya seed, right? I do not have enough information on that. It says that when mixed with finely ground pepper when taken as supplement, mixture can be placed in the capsule, then take 2 to 8 capsules daily. And I'm thinking that, okay, black pepper cause issues with your digestion, right? And so, but I'm sure that if you use just a little and you make sure that you're getting that good, organic, truly black pepper, then you could put a little of that inside of it, because the point is you want the benefit of the turmeric. And if you're drinking it and it's not absorbing, then it's not meeting its purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where temperance comes in. Okay, next. Now we're gonna go on to ginger. Everybody knows ginger. Yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Everything is for ginger if you're from the Caribbean, yeah? Okay. So ginger is a tropical flowering plant that originally grew in Southeast Asia but is now widely available from growers all around the world. It is a close relative to turmeric. It was especially popular in Asian medicine as a treatment for stomach issues, including nausea and diarrhea. I was gonna put Caribbean up there. Our traditional medicinal uses for ginger includes treating muscles and joint pain, cold and flu symptoms, stomach ache, menstrual cramps, and skin burns. It is added to juices, smoothies, teas, and certain meals. For example, when cooking curry dish, ginger is generally added to prevent diarrhea. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Yes. So some people have intolerance to curry. So two things. When you prepare the curry, you burn the curry, not burn it black, but you slightly burn that curry, and then when you add the ginger to it, it will be okay for persons who are sensitive to it. They won't have diarrhea. So if you eat curry and you have diarrhea, they did not put ginger in it. Ginger, again, is very good. I was severely sick with my pregnancy and I lived on ginger, and it helps. It really does its job. And knowing then a ginger shot, it's worth the spice, okay? Internally, ginger promotes cleansing of the system through perspiration. Taken hot, it helps with menstruation. So those of us with menstrual issues, we could try ginger. And before I go any further, 2 things. Natural remedies are not gonna just work overnight like this. And I think a lot of people are turned off because they want a quick relief and they may not get that, right? And for you to see the true power of the natural remedy, you have to be exercising more healthful practices in your life. The more healthier you are, the faster it works, okay? It helps with all type of motion sickness. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory herb which fights inflammation, cleanses the colon, reduces spasms and cramps, and stimulates circulation. When taken at the onset of a cold, it eases the symptoms. It is used for cough, cramps, morning sickness, nausea, sinus congestion, and stomach spasms. Strong antioxidant that kills germs. It soothes sore throat. Just chew as is. So if you can bear it, just chew on that ginger. I remember my mom said when she was younger and she competes, she would put ginger in her mouth, and that will help her a lot. It protects liver and stomach, useful for bowel disorders, arthritis, fever, hot flashes, indigestion, muscle pain, and vomiting. So now I'm gonna show you how to make a simple ginger poultice, and ginger is important or excellent for inflamed joints, gout, and arthritis. So what we're gonna do, I have fresh ginger, but if you have frozen ginger, you could use that as well to make the poultice. Okay, so let's do this. Anybody with arthritis or And no, anyone want to participate? I mean, you don't have to, but it would be nice if you want to actively participate with trying this poultice. Or if you want to try to make it, then feel free to come up here. Oh, come on, somebody. Okay, so we need ginger. Oh, I have somebody. So we have the ginger. So what I'm gonna do? Hold the mic.
Hold on. I'm gonna pick somebody because that's what I'm here for.
I'll peel the ginger. So we're gonna peel the ginger.
Where was my phone? My assistant is sleeping. Or he fake sleeping? I think he fake sleeping. You was the preacher boy, right? That's perfect.
I don't want them. I
You
need
don't-
somebody who has
Oh, you want
gout
somebody?
or arthritis or somebody
Wait. Who got arthritis?
or if your knee hurts a little.
My knee hurts. So, you tell me if it works, and I'll trust you.
Okay, that's good. It's not harmful. You might have a little sting from the ginger, but I'll just heat like when you put, some hot compress on your skin. But that's basically it. Unless you have, if you put it on you and it has a lot of heat in it, it means that you have inflammation in the area. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the ginger and we're gonna grate it. So next, I'm gonna be using this cotton pad, but you could use if you have an old sheet, wool, cotton, you could use that. Something that can be used to absorb it, right? So this would be the compress. And what I'm gonna do, paper towel could work if it's the one that will not rip apart when the ginger touches it. So as a barrier, you could use cling wrap, or you could use this is something that they use in the hospital. I used to work in there. So for bedwetting, and this is very good because it keeps it keeps the ginger in, and it doesn't come and mess up anything that you have. So what you're gonna do is, so you put it like this, and then you're gonna place the ginger on top of your cloth. You see all that juice? Right. And just spread it to the center. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna put this directly on the affected area, right? So mind you, it's spicy, and when it's gonna heat up a little bit. So the more it heats up, it means that there's actual inflammation there and it's doing its work. So don't get scared. If you can keep it on until it dries up, that's perfectly fine. But if you could go at least 30 minutes and take it off and then redo it again, that's perfectly fine as well. And you keep using it until you get relief. Okay. So for instance, she has some little issue going here, a little pain going here. She going on here, then she could just put the ginger on the hand like this. Oopsie. And then wrap it on the hand, and then you could use a cling wrap. Let's use a cling wrap. You could use tape or whatever you have to hold it in, a scarf to hold it in place. Bandage. Your tie, anything. Like growing up, my dad used cloth and strings and all kinds of stuff. There was no fancy nothing, okay? So. No, you could sit with it. Okay. and let us know how you're feeling. I hope you can bear up to 20 to 30 minutes, but the longer the better. Until it dries, I think it's ready. Until it dries, then you could take it off. And if, for example, you put it on, she put it on now and she's still having issues, continue to use it. You know, it will work. It takes faith too. If you don't believe that it's not going to work, what can God do? You know, because as much as we have all these remedies, if we don't believe that He said these are for my healing, then what's going to happen? Unless He wants to blow your mind so that you could tell somebody about it. But we need faith. Okay. Thank you. All right. So that's how you make your ginger poultice. Oh, you're free to take a picture of the slide if you want to. Let me know when I can move on. Okay, so here we have ginger tea, and as I said, we drink a lot of ginger tea. I'm just gonna say we, and if you haven't, you should try it. And try to take it without sugar, okay? Leave the sugar out of it. You could put a little honey in it, but I have something interesting about honey as we go down too. But I say, as much as possible, try to consume your tea without adding anything to it. Let's move on. Yes, garlic. I love garlic. I cook with a lot of garlic. I don't like the taste in my mouth, but I like what it does. So garlic is one of the most powerful available antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and antiviral substance ever discovered. It is also readily available and a easy to use medicinal substance. It was found to be equal to penicillin by Soviet scientists in 1950, except it has no harmful side effects. It is 6 times more potent than antibiotics. When used internally, garlic detoxifies the entire body and protects it from infection by boosting the immune system. Garlic is good for almost every infection and disease. It helps with blood circulation and heart action because it is anticoagulant. If you are on blood thinner, then you should try to avoid garlic because it also thins the blood. It is used for all lung and respiratory ailments, cold, tuberculosis, fevers, and blood disease. Garlic regularizes the action of the liver and gallbladder. It stimulates digestive organs, thus helping to relieve problems associated with poor digestion. It helps to stabilize blood sugar levels by lowering it, and as a result helps to counteract arteriosclerosis, which is the thickening and hardening of the walls of the arteries, which can interfere with blood flow. When that happens, we're being exposed to what? Cardiovascular disease. When used as an expectorant, it relieves chronic stomach and intestinal issues as well as chronic bronchitis. So this is something really powerful that you have in your home. Externally, garlic is used for ringworms, skin parasites, tumors, and warts. And I have a joke about warts. So years ago with my little vain self, I discovered a flaw. So I had a tiny wart right on my side right here. And my sister came home. We're like teenagers, and she said, "You know, garlic can remove almost anything, even warts." So I'm like, "Oh, I don't like this wart on my skin. I'm gonna get rid of it." So I did not research anything. Plus, I didn't even have phone at that time. I mean, I was in Jamaica this time. And so I got the garlic because I got news. Got the garlic. I cut the garlic. I crushed the garlic. I placed it here and put a Band-Aid over it. I left it there for the entire day. When I removed that Band-Aid, what was a little thing, it was removed, but now I had a big blister scar that I still have today. Don't be vain. So in China, for example, garlic is used for diarrhea, colds, whooping cough, pinworms, old ulcers, swelling, cholesterol, hypertension, heart ailments, and osteosclerosis. The use of garlic as an antibiotic. So for adults, it's recommended that you take 3 to 4 raw cloves daily. For a baby, and this is what I'm getting to with the blister, I'm telling you how to use it for babies because certainly babies cannot take the whole garlic. So you're gonna slice the garlic thin. I'll show you in a bit, and you place it in a cloth wrap and place it at the bottom of the feet. Do not allow the garlic to touch your skin. It will cause blister. It's great for whooping cough and it loosens up congestion. What did I put here? I think I have an error here. As soon as it gets into the bloodstream, the body takes it where it needs to go. So you might be thinking that, hey, I have a cold and I'm gonna have some garlic tea, or I'm gonna have a shot, or whatever it is that you decide to make, and you put it in your body. When God said that the herbs are for the healing, he wasn't kidding. So you might put it in for congestion, but if it sees something else, it's gonna take care of that too. Okay? So for the baby, it's like similar. Let me quickly demonstrate that. So the baby is sick and congested and you don't know what to do. And if you're like me, you're not giving your kid nothing off the shelves, okay? On the stores. So what you do, you get a clove, you peel it. You peel it, and then I was trying to be nice to use gloves, but I really don't use gloves. So, okay, so you take your cutting board, you place the cloth on it, and then you cut it in thin slices. Remember, the baby foot is very small, so as thin as possible. And it's the same that goes for you. I mean, if you want to do that, you don't want to put it through your mouth, but you want to get the healing benefit as it relates to your congestion, you could do the same thing. No, you have to remember, I said, do not put it where? On your skin. So you're gonna fold this over. Hold it. You could hold it. I'm sorry. So you fold this over, and then you're gonna place it on the baby's foot bottom, right in the center. And then you're gonna take a gauze or whatever you use to hold it in place, and you just allow the baby to sleep with that, right? What happens is that this protects the baby's foot, but at the same time, the enzymes in the garlic is able to seep in, and when that happens, it will not burn the skin, right? Compared to putting it on the baby directly, and this, you use this until you get relief, and trust me, it does work. Seems simple, and for a lot of us, we can't get past the smell because it has a strong smell, as with onion. So your baby might smell like they're seasoned, but they're getting the benefits of that. So that's it for garlic. You could also grate it, but it is recommended to cut it because it can slowly work instead of having all that juice coming onto the skin one time.
Is it true that crushing it releases the enzyme quicker than slicing? Crushing also releases the enzyme.
Crushing it does release it, but in this case, right, you're going to keep it on for a few hours. So you don't want all that to be rushing onto the skin, right? So for this, but yes, it is said that when you prepare your garlic, you just cut it up. No, you should beat the garlic and actually rest it down a little bit. Don't just use it immediately. Rest it down a little bit to allow the enzymes to seep out, and then you do what you're doing with it. So, we have been doing it a little wrong, but the benefit is still being used by taking it. But now you know that to get optimal benefit, you let the garlic rest a little bit before you do whatever you're going to do with it. Okay, let's put that over there. So,
Question before you move on
yes.
to onions. You mentioned that adults should use about 3 to 4 cloves
Yes.
per day.
yes.
How?
So you could eat it. My husband eats it. I'm not gonna eat it. As much as you see me here, I will if I have to. But what I do is that I will cut it up and I'll put it in my smoothie or put in my shots or whatever. But if you're bold enough and you can take this thing, you chew that thing up. And then, according to Barbara O'Neill, it works better because as you chew, it's going down and it's taking care of everything. Anything that's in its way that needs to be taken care of, it's taking care of it. So,
And how
food for thought.
do you get rid of that scent in your mouth?
You could eat an orange. It will take a while to go away. Garlic breath. It will take a while to go away. But listen. It's gonna be there for a little bit, even if you brush your teeth.
What you could do is to chew some peppermint leaves.
You hear that? You hear that? So I'm learning too. You could chew some peppermint leaves to get rid of the smell.
That's right.
Or parsley. Okay, so we're learning, yes.
And I know garlic is supposed to lower your blood pressure. So someone like me that have low blood pressure basically, I probably wouldn't want to do that because it's probably gonna let me.
Right. So and this is why when we read, you have to know this building.
Yeah.
You have to know this building, right? So if you know that you have low blood pressure, it's not that you cannot use garlic. I would not recommend that you eat 3 to 4. Understand? So you have to know your body, and this is where the doctor comes in too. For example, my daughter is not feeling well. I'm not sure what it is. I'm thinking that it's a cold, but I'm not seeing any signs of the cold. She's just sounding weird, right? Then I go to the doctor because I want to know what could be causing that, right? So when the doctor said, oh, it's just mucus, then I'm like, okay. Even though I'm not seeing it, I know that it's mucus now, so you can go home and you can do what you have to do, right? So you should know your body. If you're not sure, get yourself checked because we want the natural remedies to help, not to harm you.
Is it okay to crush the garlic and then pour hot water in it and then drink it like
The
that?
garlic-
Will it lose its properties if you do it like that?
No, it won't. It won't. But I'm telling you, the closer to nature, the best. So even though you're steeping it, you're getting the benefit. But the closer to nature that we eat, the best the results will be.
Yesterday I attended a seminar with medical doctors and medical professionals, and they were talking about food and what they were saying based on research that now they found out that the jaws of humans are getting weak. And the reason for that is that they stop chewing real food. They blend it, they drink it. You're made to chew the hard food. And so the jaws are getting weak.
That's true. And I think it's I think it has to do with, I feel like it has to do with the culture because I remember when I just came here, let me give you a little feedback. So growing up, I'm from the countryside. Only God knows how often I go to the doctor. My dad takes care of everything. And I didn't even go to the dentist. I didn't even know what the dentist was really until I was older and I have insurance. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go do that. So I'm going to go in my dialect. Me with my enough self, because I have insurance, decided that I'm going to go to the dentist. I'm going to make sure that my teeth are fine. All my life my teeth are fine. No toothache, no dentist, no cavity, nothing. I went to the dentist and she said, oh, you have a little cavity here. I can't see anything, but she said something is there. So she has to fill it. So I remember her digging into my teeth, packing it with all kinds of stuff, and I'm fine. Okay, she said that, and I went home, and a week after, I had this big thing that comes up in a yellow thing, because I don't know at the time, that comes up on my teeth. I did not know what that was. I'm like, what is that? And I realized that as I pop it, it just comes back. So I went back to another dentist. I did not go back to that one. And he said that it was not filled properly. So you developed a abscess, an infection, and that thing hurt. So he had to open that up again and refill my teeth. And I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go to the dentist anymore. But dentists are important. Don't take that for anything. So I came to America, and I started having that same issue with that teeth. And since then, it just torments me now and then. And when I went to the doctor here, he said, we have to take it out. It took 4 doctors simultaneously to take that tooth out, because I grew up in a culture where chewing and eating the right kind of food. Normally, a potato isn't supposed to be cooked in a minute. From my experience, it takes a longer time. When you're cooking certain meat, it could take you the whole day. But here, because everything is not in the original form, we don't have the strength that we should have. And so you have a lot of kids coming down with cavity, but that's a whole different story. Okay, let's move on. So chew your food, people. Chew your food, and if you have a little backyard, grow something. We're on to onions. That was quick. Okay, onions are among the world's oldest cultivated plants. Onions are bulb-shaped vegetables that grow underground, also known as bulb onions or common onions. They are grown worldwide and are closely related to chives, garlic, scallions, shallots, and leeks. Onions are low in nutrients, but are commonly used as flavoring or side dish and are a staple food in many cuisines. They can be baked, boiled, grilled, fried, roasted, sauteed, powdered, or eaten raw.
The last part is better.
My husband eats it raw. I do on a salad and sandwich or something, yes. It can be a little spicy, but you'll get past that. Onions vary in size, shape, and color, but the most common types are white, yellow, and red. And we all use onions. I just want to make sure so that I could show you what it is. Yes, we all know what the onion is? Okay. So, the taste ranges from mild and sweet to sharp and spicy depending on the variety and the season. Onions can also be consumed when immature, before the bulb reaches full size, and they are called scallions, spring onions, or summer onions. Benefits. Onion is considered a drawer because it will break up the inflammation in the body. It contains several vitamins and minerals such as vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, makes it an antioxidant, and this vitamin is needed for immune function and maintenance of skin and hair. Folate B9, a water-soluble B vitamin. Folate is essential for the cell growth and metabolism, and especially important in pregnant women. Vitamin B6, found in most foods, this vitamin is involved in the formation of red blood cells. Potassium, this essential mineral, can have blood pressure lowering effects and is important for heart health. And remember I said that it doesn't have a lot of nutritional value, but in terms of medicinal use, it has a lot. Internally, onion juice is most often used as a diuretic, increasing our passing of urine, or expectorant. It treats cough. As an antiseptic, it helps to eliminate putrefaction. Let me catch myself. Putrefaction, decay, or rotten teeth. Okay, rotten, whatever. And fermentation, breaking down of substance by bacteria, yeast, or other microorganisms. Process is the gastrointestinal tract. It helps to strengthen the heart and lower the blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, you can consume onion. So you learn about garlic, and now you're learning about onion for that condition. It's good for clearing chest congestion, clearing of ear infection, helping to heal your cuts faster, fighting hair loss, soothing the baby, and soothing the bugs. So soothing the baby has to do with congestion and cough. Okay, so how is the poultice feeling? She's telling me that. Okay, all right. So clearing up congestion, so an ear infection. I remember my son had an ear infection, and I did use the onion, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a bit. For clearing up chest congestion and cough as well, it really works. I tell you, they will smell like cooked food. Tell you, they smell delicious. But it does its job. And since I'm not going to touch specifically what it does to hair, I use onion in my hair because it's good for stimulating the scalp. And so if you're looking for that hair growth and you want to have that full hair that a lot of people are desiring each day. And mind you, don't let anyone tell you can't grow your hair. You just need to find what you need and eat what you need to grow your hair. Then you can incorporate onion into your hair regimen. Next slide, please. So first I'm going to show you how to do it for earache. And we're going to pretend, I hope, even though we're old, we like to pretend. So I don't have anything to boil the onion. So we're going to pretend that it's already cooked. So this is a steamed onion. See, it's squealed and it's hot. It's burning me. So now I'm going to cool it down. And what I'm going to do is... Yes,
I know he's gonna come.
He wants me to call him all the time. And I can't find
It's really important that we call him.
Call him on the mic.
Jedediah.
All right. You need it.
Can't say he did.
Ben likes that. He wants to know they're useful.
Okay, so this is the boiled onion, and I've put it on the fire, and it was hot, and now it's warm. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cut it down the center. Okay, so for the earache, right? So if your ears are hurt you, yeah? When you cut this, you're going to squeeze the juice from the onion, and it must be steamed, right? When you squeeze the juice from the onion, collect it into something. If you want to strain it, there won't be any residue in it, but if you want to be sure, you could put it through a strainer. And whatever you get from the onion, you're going to drop a few drops in the air, okay? And I know a lot of times we're warned not to put stuff in your ears, but I'm telling you from the Caribbean, my dad throw things down there, okay? And oils, warm oil, and they work. You know, if you follow a lot of things, they're just being cautious, but God says these things are to heal us and to help us. So it will not happen.
Amen.
Right? So you just squeeze it and you drop that in the air and you keep doing it until the child gets relief. Because when you go to the doctor, they will give you antibiotics. And I have nothing against doctors or anything like that. But, you know, it has side effects, especially when it comes to gut bacteria. You want to keep your healthy gut bacteria, and antibiotics tends to that, okay? All right. So the next thing.
With the hair, do you put the juice or you just rub the onion?
The juice of it.
Unmixed or just like that?
As is, just warm, not hot. Okay, make sure that it's warm because you're gonna steam it first, right? So we're gonna go on to the other one where you could take.
We have another question.
Oh, I don't have a question. I am just affirming what you said because my son had an ear infection once. It was very small, and he had repetitive earaches. I mean, constantly. You couldn't look forward to it, and they always put him on amoxicillin. And someone told me about the onion, but that not with the juice. Bake the onion, and then I tied half of the onion on the ear and left it overnight. And the next day, that onion was black.
Oh,
And that child never had another ear infection.
That's true because she told you the other way.
Okay.
So you could just put it over the air, not hot, warm, and then you just keep it in place and allow it to work. And I've done that for my son as well because I don't give my kids anything. They're born on a natural diet and they're not used to all the things that are out there. And I'm trying to keep it that way for as long as possible.
Amen.
Somebody else. Yeah. Okay, how does it feel?
It has like tingling.
Tingling. So you could remove it.
It's working.
You could remove it if you can't bear it.
If you can't bear it.
You could remove it and wash your hands. Yeah.
Keep it.
Okay, so keep it until you're free to keep it. Okay.
Also, Sister Tamika, you mentioned the onion as a drawer.
Yes.
So the onion, my sister mentioned how it turned black. If there's any germs or disease in the house, you could always cut. Like people have cold during COVID, you could just open that onion and keep it on the surface anywhere, and it will draw that in. So in the summertime, a lot of people get sick because they are eating that barbecue, and the onion is on there with the other stuff. Sometimes they said it's the onion really because it draws everything, all the germs that is around the area or in your refrigerator. That's why you don't want to even cut an onion and leave a half of it. You want to just use the whole thing because it's a drawer, so it will draw all kind of germs into the onion, and you don't want to use it again.
Very good point. It does. So on to the next, which I'm going to quickly use this. Next slide, please. So how to use ginger. This should be onion. I don't know what happened here, but should be onion. But ginger can be used to. But how to use onion for cough and congestion. So I'm just going to use this because I just opened it. So what you do is that you peel the onion. And when you peel the onion, make sure you wash it. I just forget it wash.
Does it matter if it's purple onion or?
I prefer purple, but whichever one works. I prefer purple. If you're at home and something is up and you have purple, use purple. If you have white, use white. If you have yellow, just do something. Could somebody quickly wash this for me?
No, we're not going to wash it.
No, I'm gonna put it in here, the next one, so I don't wanna waste it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're making a cough syrup with it.
Oh.
And I made a fresh one just the other day for my kids. It works. It has you'll think that it has a very yucky taste or anything, but it actually has a really nice, soothing taste. It doesn't taste like onion, really.
Compost.
Huh?
Compost that.
Yes.
Digitally, yeah. Skin.
Any other questions meanwhile we wait? No.
Is there any can you overuse garlic? Like, you should use, you said every day, right?
Yes. Providing that you're trying to treat something. If you're treating something. But as what Barbara O'Neill and others says, you cannot abuse garlic. Unless you have underlying conditions, you really cannot abuse garlic. It's something that you can incorporate into your everyday.
I use it every day.
Every day?
I put it in food
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
We're talking about raw, right?
Like, food, everything.
I know we're talking about raw garlic, but you also were talking about onion, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I get the raw onion and I do the same thing and I wash it and then I slice it and then I put it into a cup.
Yeah.
And then I drop 2 little drops of sugar on it and I covered it.
Right.
And then when it sweats, I use it for when you have a cough or a cold, and it works for me.
Great, that's what we're about to
Yeah.
do.
But
But
not
a lot of
sugar.
people recommend sugar, but
No.
no sugar. We're gonna use good old honey.
So it's best to use the honey.
Yes. We don't want to be fixing and destroying at the same time.
Right.
So just cut this into rings, or however you want to. There's some people who are into natural health and they said, oh, put sugar in it, but I don't see how that should be recommended. So sugar is just, if you can stay away from sugar, just stay away from it. So we put it down into this. Cut this small. Very sharp. The container is a bit small, but we're gonna push it down. Like this. So you could use a mason jar, something that is a airtight container. And then you're gonna,
Come on. Give him his job.
here you go, where are you?
But they were taken to me, so I asked him to turn around.
Okay, so now we're gonna pour some honey into it. And then what you'll do, you'll cover it and you're gonna let it sit for 24 hours. So when you go back to this the next day, it will sweat and all the juice from the onion will come out and mix with the onion. You have a cough syrup right there that you can give to your children, and that's what I use for mine. And you can also, sometimes I add a little garlic, I had some ginger, and a pinch of cayenne. You know, you could add to it because you want to make it as potent as possible.
My remedy.
Yes, it works. That's something I give to my children. It really does work. And for myself, you know, I remember when I was working in the hospital when the heights of COVID, and I was walking home, and I just felt this boom in my head, and I'm like, oh Lord, what is that? And I'm just thinking that if it's COVID, I have to do something. And I went home and I just take some onions, garlic, cayenne pepper, oranges, and I whipped something up. And I took it and I was okay, you know. And you just have to, and remember, as I said, we should try to act as fast as possible. Don't feel sick, don't have all these things around you and wait until you feel like you can't make it to try it. Start trying with the natural remedies immediately. If you're not recovering, then you go to the doctor to find out what is wrong, and then you can decide then, if you know that you know what's wrong, okay, cabbage is good for this, let me go try the cabbage. Or if it is pressing, and I have to say this, if it is a pressing issue, please don't say I'm gonna go take some onion juice and then I'm gonna see. You could basically try what they're offering and then you proceed with. So you have, as to what I said, you have to know yourself. We are in the business, we're in this walk to heal and prosper, right? We have to be wise with our decisions. Okay, so I'm not sure, but somebody could take this if you so desire. It's clean, it's safe. All right, next. Okay, so we did that already. we jump ahead because Sissy started off. And here it's telling you how to use it. So after it sits for 24 hours, what you're gonna do, you're gonna strain it and store it on the fridge. Try to use it up in like 5 days. It has no preservatives or anything in it. So use it up and make more if you have to. So for children, I don't know what I wrote there, but that should be children under 1. They should take 1/4 teaspoons, and 2 to 9 years of age, half teaspoon, and 10 and up. By myself, you could take 1 teaspoon, or you can take according to your need. Okay, this is just this. I got this from Barbara O'Neill, and she's just giving like a gauge as to how you should take it. But if you feel like you require a little more, it will not you. So take 2 tablespoons. Take what you have to take. And you do this 3 times a day. And this is the minimum. Okay? You might require a little more, so take it. So healing fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to be looking at these 3 in this category. And it's potato, cabbage, and lemon. So potatoes are underground tubers that grow on the roots of a potato plant depending on the preparation. There are several benefits to be derived from potatoes. Eating potatoes potatoes have vitamin C, potassium, iron, and fiber. Potatoes are cheap, easy to grow, versatile root vegetables, and staple food in many households. I grow potatoes on my deck every year. It's really easy. It doesn't require a lot. So it's something you could try. It's in a pot and I get a lot. They are generally eaten boiled, baked, or fried, and frequently served as a side dish or snack. Most of us know potatoes based on the SAD diet that was spoken about today, which include French fries, potato chips, and potato flowers, which we should, as much as possible, minimize or try to stay away from completely. Okay, so did you know that it can be used for natural remedy? Well, let's see. So potato poultices are used to fight tissue inflammation and promote healing. When applied as a poultice, potatoes can help alleviate inflammation in the muscles, joint, and other tissues. It is referred to as a gentle drawer due to its moist, warm, and soothing effect of the poultice, which can improve circulation, reduce swelling, and promote tissue repair. It has anti-inflammatory effect. Potatoes contain enzymes and compounds that possesses anti-inflammatory properties, making them effective in reducing swelling and inflammation in the body. This natural remedy is gentle on the skin and can provide relief for conditions such as swollen knees, bruises, sprains, and strains. Pain relief. The cooling and soothing nature of potato poultice can alleviate pain and discomfort associated with tissue inflammation. By applying a potato poultice to the affected area, individuals can experience relief for soreness and promote healing without relying on harsh medications. Other uses: sore eyes or conjunctivitis. Instead of grabbing a cloth from your linen closet, grab something from your kitchen. A baked potato. A baked potato makes a very good warm hot compress because it retains heat better, and it should be warm, not hot, people. Make sure it's warm. Potato pulp in skincare can help to calm inflamed and irritated skin because it contains natural enzyme that helps to reduce inflammation. Okay, when the pulp is added, because it contains vitamin C, it is great brightening agent. And I don't want to mention this because, let's be real, we are in a culture where a lot of brown-skinned people or black people tend to skin bleach, right? Yeah. And because they want to tone their skin a little bit, potatoes can be used and it's safe. It won't work as fast if that's your desire, but okay, go healthy, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna look at how to make the poultice. We're gonna use this one. So I've already washed this potato, so this is the one we're gonna use, and now we're gonna peel it. Okay, so while he's doing that, so we're gonna wash it, we're gonna peel it, and we're gonna grate it, and then we're gonna add it to the affected area. You need some help? So he's, as I said, born plant-based. So whenever he's sick, you see him go in the kitchen. I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm gonna make some cough syrup." Where's the honey? Where's the lemon? Where's the cayenne? And he can tolerate the cayenne pepper and all those spicy stuff, garlic and stuff. Yeah, it could take a good shot.
Good job.
So now we're gonna use the grater and we're gonna shred it. But to skip this step, let's first, you're gonna need a pad. Hold on, Jedediah. Let's put it in four. Okay. We need a barrier because it has a lot of juice in it. And then we're gonna grate the potato onto it. Try to keep this. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little more. Okay, I think we're good because Sister Gabardine has volunteered to try it, and since she's just doing her finger, we just need a small amount. But if you're doing a bigger area like in me and so forth, you have to use a lot more potatoes. So this one you're gonna cover it a little bit because it does gets the area wet. And then we're gonna place it over the affected area, which is our finger. And then, since it's deeper, use this to wrap it because you don't want to soil your sheets or your clothes or whatever. Normally you could tape it, but for this purpose I'm just going to tie it here. And the idea is just to keep it in place, and you leave it on, as you see, for 15 to 30 minutes or until it dries out. And the thing when you make the compress or the poultice, once you remove it, don't use it again. Just make another one, okay? Because these are natural stuff and they go bad. Right?
And they're cheap enough.
Yes, and it's affordable. It just takes a little time, maybe some effort, really.
Christian,
Yeah.
does it go for any kind of swelling?
Yes.
Because I have this swelling and for a long time.
Shall I make another?
So you want to try one?
You are doing it now?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Come and sit up in the front line.
Okay, I'll do this one.
That's so
Yeah,
big.
it should be that. Put it aside. Just tell it to the pig. To the pig. You know those things that they use.
Yeah. I don't know why you think I use it.
Oh, but you could write that. But you could write that first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
And then that's gonna give the juice. Plastic, don't touch us. We'll keep it on in until tomorrow morning.
You saw the messages? Yeah, we're supposed to leave this 6 minutes. So we're gonna try to bring the health ministries leaders and they can bring them. And the pastor will be leading off in that area, Pastor Means from Mount Sinai. He'll be on the meeting too. But he'll be okay. He's in charge for the health part next year. Yeah, he's still on. Okay. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get something more. Yeah. Yes. I'm enjoying it. But I have to go. You arrange your
So, my sister has applied her poultice, and she can keep using it until she gets the relief that she needs. And as we go down, you're gonna see other methods that you can use instead of the swelling in her hand, because there's a swelling, but we're not sure if it's like the joint or if it's tissue or joint inflammation, right? So there's another remedy that you can use. So if you use, for example, the potato that deals with your tissues, right, inflammation, then you can, as we go down, you'll see. So you have to alternate because sometimes you don't know what it is. Well, let's go on first, then we discuss. Next, please. Cabbage. I have a good story with cabbage. Cabbage is a leafy green, red, purple, or white, pale green plant grown as an annual vegetable crop for its dense leafed heads. It belongs to the Brassica genus, which also includes broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Cabbage can be eaten raw, in salads and coleslaw, cooked, steamed, sauteed, or boiled, and fermented as in sauerkraut and kimchi. Cabbage is low in calorie, but high in nutrients such as high in vitamin C and K, minerals, and fiber. It contains powerful antioxidants, including, somebody help me. Polyphenols and sulfur compounds, which helps reduce inflammation and protect against chronic diseases. Digestive health, high fiber contents, aids in digestion and promotes gut health. Anti-inflammatory properties, the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds in cabbage can reduce inflammation and joint pain. Heart health, cabbage may help lower cholesterol levels and improve heart health due to its high fiber and nutrient content. Cancer prevention. Contains compounds like sulforaphane, which have been shown to have protective effects against certain types of cancer. And cabbage, cauliflower, all of these in the same family called cruciferous are very effective for fighting cancer. And you can juice your cabbage too, right? And if you're looking for relief, for example, you have some cancer issues, or you have a predisposition to cancer and you want to, use some kind of preventative method, then you can do cabbage juice. It will taste and smell like cabbage, but when you put some ginger and lemon, It's good.
Yes.
All right, so I have a story. So after I had my son, I gained 60 pounds with him, by the way, and I had swollen ankles, and I could not, even after having him, I could not deal with the pain, and even my knees were really hurting, and I decided that I'm gonna try this cabbage poultice. And I tried it for only 3 days, and I kid you not, he is 7. And even with my daughter, I did not have that issue. It works. And I have other people who can attest to that. He's almost 7. Sorry, I'm corrected. He'll be 7 on the 9th. It really works. It pulls the inflammation out. So don't sign off on cabbage. So how to make this poultice? Next, please. Okay, back a little. It's probably there on that slide. Thank you. Okay, it's right there. So it's similar to the potato, in a sense, in terms of the application. But with the cabbage, you're gonna remove that hard piece from inside because you're gonna wrap it on your skin, and you don't want to feel that hardness. And then you're gonna warm it a little bit, not cook it, just make it a little warm. Then you're gonna beat it to release the enzymes, right? So you're gonna put it on a plastic because you want all of that. If you put it on this because you want all of it to get onto your skin, right? When I did it, I skipped this. I just put it on the plastic because I want all the juice, and then I just wrap my ankle and my knees with it, and it works. So you beat it, release the enzyme, you put it on. If you're bold enough, you could put a little cayenne pepper on it as well, because cayenne pepper is excellent for circulation, right? So
I had a broken leg,
yes.
and going through the recovery, my knee was swollen,
Right.
and oftentimes you go through, therapy and everything like that. My wife, she broke up some of those cabbage,
Right.
and put it around the swollen knee, and it really did put away inflammation. Yeah, so I attest to it too.
Yes, it works, people. It works. So if you have arthritis, anything that's affecting you in your joints, try that cabbage leaf. It's really, really helpful. So you can wrap it for an hour. I left mine for the whole night, and then I changed it. And I didn't put it on in the daytime because I'm moving around.
Yeah.
But when I'm at rest, I put it on. So once you remove it, use another fresh set of leaves. Do not reuse the same one. Always do that, okay? When it comes to these natural things, because of bacteria and fungus and mold, always use fresh ones. Next, please. Lemon. A lemon is a bright yellow citrus fruit that is known for its acidic juice. And I might stop here. So while lemon is acidic in nature, when you ingest it, it becomes alkaline. Yeah.
Yes, sir, tell us.
Me and my babysitter sometimes just put the lemon in our mouth and suck on it. Bye.
Really? That's right.
Okay. So the fruit is harvested during several months of the year, with the timing depending on the tree's geographical location. This makes fresh lemon available year-round in many parts of the world. The fruit can be, dried, candied, preserved, or juiced and used in drinks or to add tang to a wide variety of dishes. And while I'm on lemon right here, spinach. Yes.
As for the lemon, I cut the lemon, squeeze it into a container, take the seed out, then I put a touch of cayenne in it, a tablespoon of honey, and I mix it.
Right.
And then when
Cough
I
syrup.
mixed it, that also helped with
Cold,
eye-
inflammation,
yes,
congestion. Yes. So
congestion.
that's another
Very
remedy.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
Another remedy. I hope you heard that.
Amen.
I was about to say spinach. So I'm not sure if you heard that, for example, spinach cannot be easily absorbed by the body, similar to turmeric. So when you make your salads or you make your juice, be sure to add some lemon, because lemon helps with the absorption process, or any vitamin C for that matter. Okay, let's move on. So benefits: rich in vitamin C, which boosts the immune system. Antioxidant, flavonoids, and other compounds combat free radicals, boost immunity, reduces duration of colds and flu, aids digestion, stimulates bile and enzyme production. It's great for weight management. It reduces wrinkles and acne, flushes out toxins, balances pH levels, and freshens the breath. So common uses: lemon water for hydration, digestion, and detox. And for years, I do number one. When you wake up in the morning, before you wash your mouth, you warm. I mean, some people use room temperature, but I think a little warm helps, not hot, a little warm water. You squeeze the lemon in it and you drink. It's a great start to your day, gives you energy, it alkalines your body, detox your body, whatever impurities you may have, it will flush it out. So that's something good to try. Yes?
I know, I've heard you speak about clove.
Yes.
Clove is very, very good. I read up on clove. It's good for the heart. It's good for the hair.
It's coming up. Yes.
And it's also good for your breath.
Very good. Very good. We'll see that further down. She's on the money, guys. So where am I? So for sore throat relief, gargle with lemon juice and warm water. Cough and cold remedy, lemon tea with honey. Skin brightening, lightens dark spot like the potato. Antibacterial and antiviral for minor cuts and infection. So if you have a pimple too, you could use lemon. Lemon water recipe. As I said, 1 glass of warm water, juice of lemon. You can add honey for taste. Try to not add any sweetener. Use these things when you need them.
But even the lemon, just like you said, a pimple. I'm a trained cosmetologist.
Right.
So, I try to keep my face bright.
Yes.
It also helps to tighten you up
Yes.
as well. And for bumps, I just cut it, take the seed out of it, and put it all over. Just avoid your eyes, of course.
Yes.
Nothing in your eyes, and leave it there to dry. You feel the skin just start to tighten up nice and easy.
Right.
And it also helps with the pimple, just like you said.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay, so that's your recipe. Try to do that every day, guys. Skip. And it's good for weight loss, as I said.
Exactly.
It suppresses your appetite, believe it or not. Yes. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so a little precaution. Tooth enamel. So it's recommended that you use a straw and rinse your mouth afterwards. And even when you're drinking the lemon, if you're going to do it every day, I recommend that you use the straw, because I have had experience where my teeth started to feel a little weird and I had to take a break. But when you use the straw, you skip that process. You don't have to have it going directly on your teeth. And also for sensitivity, you'll dilute the juice and perform a little test first, because remember, it's acidic on the outside. Other natural solutions you may not have, but you probably should get: charcoal, cayenne pepper, whole clove, as she was talking about, castor oil, honey, and cinnamon. We're almost there. So activated charcoal, every home must have activated charcoal. Activated charcoal is an effective way to remove toxins and poison from the body. It reduces bloating, traps toxins and gases so that the body does not absorb them, and acts as an antidote to poison. It detoxifies the body by attracting and trapping toxins through its tiny pores. It binds to the toxins and expels them from the body. Activated charcoal can help in uses of chemical poisoning such as pesticides, fertilizer, bleach, mercury. It is also effective if used sooner, like within an hour, against overdosing on aspirin, opium, cocaine, morphine, and acetaminophen, whatever, I can't say nothing today. Thank you. Adults should take 50 to 100 grams and children 10 to 25 grams. For food poisoning, it helps to treat nausea and diarrhea, which is a symptom of food poisoning. So the adult is recommended that you take 25 grams and children take 10 grams with lots of water. So when you take a charcoal, because if you realize when you drink it, it makes your throat feels a little dry. So make sure you use a lot of water when you're taking your charcoal. Yes.
Yes, also the charcoal can also use, let's say you have like a cut or a pimple.
Yes.
You can also mix it with a tiny bit of water.
Yes.
And just place it over it like a paste.
Yes.
And leave it there and it will just dissolve.
See? That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, so as she said, it's great for bites from snakes, spider, bee, wasp, and other insect. To mix it, as she said, you can do a little bit, but if you're going to do for a bigger purpose, equal parts activated charcoal and coconut oil or water mixed together and applied directly to the bites and surrounding areas. Cover with bandage or cloth to avoid soiling your clothes, because it really can get things stained. Wait, no. Acne, mix activated charcoal with aloe vera and you apply to affected area. So it's great for your face as well, your skin in general. It's great for your teeth as well. You can use it to brush your teeth. You don't have to be poisoned to take it. If you want to just clean your body out a little bit, you can drink activated charcoal whenever you so choose. Now and then, and if it's been a while, you could take it for like a week to clean yourself out. It's good for flatulence, nausea, as they say. So, use up your natural remedies. Next, cayenne pepper. Again, every home should have cayenne pepper. Do we all have cayenne pepper in our home? Very good. We should all have cayenne pepper. Not all cayenne pepper are true cayenne pepper. So make sure you find those organic, non-GMO. And it's something that you could grow in the summertime. It's easy to grow. So the best hot herb is cayenne pepper. Even though it is a stimulant, it differs from other peppers because it stimulates the blood. And once it stimulates the blood, we can take that. Cayenne pepper thins the blood. It acts as a thinner when absorbing the body, and there is bleeding vessels. So for example, let me just explain this instead of reading. So you sense that you have something going on in the body and maybe clotting and stuff like that, right? So you take the cayenne pepper to thin the blood. But the amazing thing about cayenne pepper is that, and God is so good, it goes in there to thin the body. That's your purpose, right? But if it sees that there's some bleeding, remember, bleeding, you want bleeding, you're thinning, yeah? But if it goes in and sees that there's some bleeding in the blood vessels or somewhere that should not be bleeding, it acts and it stops that. So it has a dual role, okay? And that's why cayenne pepper is so effective. It strengthens the arterial walls, it opens capillaries for a more effective flow of blood, and it does not irritate the stomach lining. How to use? So I drink cayenne tea, not every day, because it's medicinal. Back a little, please. So if you're starting out and you want to just you don't know what's going on with you. We never know, and it takes years for our bad habits to creep up on us. And say, you know what, I want to do some preventative measure. I'm going to take some cayenne pepper. Start with 1/4 teaspoon, and if you can't do 1/4, you could do less. And then as you go along, you could increase the dosage. And it's good. You could take that 3 times daily, not every day. If you want to just do a little cleaning out and to, make sure that you put something in your body to stop whatever Mr. Satan wants to bring on you, then take your cayenne pepper. Next, please. So here I just put another picture of benefits if you want to take a picture. And as we said, it improves circulation, relieve constipation, lower blood pressure, treats stomach ulcer, reduce inflammation, which is arthritis, kill garden pests, detoxification, fight cold and flu, lower blood sugar, heart condition, and prevent heart attack. So that's why I said you should have it in your home. Like, in a case that you feel like something is going on, just taking some cayenne pepper could save your life, really. Next slide, please. Whole clove. So I'm going to tell you a story about clove. To be honest, this thing was sitting in the cabinet for a long time, and I heard of clove, but I never knew what clove was. And then I got a call from my dad. And he said, do you know what is, I forget the word, but it's not whole clove, okay? So I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm hearing the word clove, but it wasn't whole. So after going on and on, I realized that he's talking about whole clove. Now, my dad wanted it. He wanted it really bad. So I'm like, why does he need this? And he's calling me all the way from Jamaica to make sure that I find clove. So the clove is in Jamaica. Take the whole off of it, because we say clove because we eat most of what we're supposed to say. Then you find clove, he said, no, I have to get him clove. So I decided that I'm going to go research clove because I want to know what this thing is. Lo and behold, he sent me a video. And while it has a lot of benefits, I'll tell you soon why I wanted it. Let's go on. So clove is an herb in which people use various parts of the plant, include the dried buds, stems, and leaves to make medicine. Clove oil is famous for its ancient medicinal properties. Clove possesses anesthetic properties that may help quell nausea and vomiting, as mentioned in the study. Cloves can also serve as an effective remedy against ulcer and even act as a purgative agent when needed, according to the animal study. Cloves are celebrated for their remarkable antibacterial properties, a hidden gem in the world of natural remedies. The extract of cloves has demonstrated their potency in combating various human pathogens. Next. Oral health. According to the study which my sister has been mentioning, that's where we're headed, published in the National Library of Medicine, cloves are proven to possess antimicrobial properties, effectively inhibiting the growth of microorganisms, including bacteria. Cloves offer a natural remedy for restoring oral health. According to the Journal of Natural Products, clove bud extracts exhibit significant potential in controlling the growth of oral pathogen, combating issues like gingivitis and periodontitis. Their pain-killing properties also make them useful for alleviating toothache. So for clove, you could use it as a mouthwash. You could just boil the water, add the cloves to it, steep it for a while, and put it on your fridge, and you use it as your mouthwash. Don't leave it out. Remember, we don't have preservatives in them. We have to make sure that we're not harboring bacteria because we don't want to put those things inside our body. So 5-day stops. Make a fresh set. You can also have clove tea. All right. Nutrients in clove for the hair growth. While most, before I go on, as it relates to pain too, like when my daughter was teething, I do the same thing. Get some olive oil, warm it, put the cloves in it, allow it to sit for a while, and you just use it on the gum because it gives a numbing property, and it also soothes pain and give comfort. So that's something else you could do with it. whole cloves. Did you see the picture?
No.
Could you go back a little bit, please?
Oh,
Yes.
I know.
Okay. Hold on. So, okay. So while most hair health benefits of cloves stem from the antimicrobial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory properties, cloves also contain nutrients that support healthy hair. It has beta carotene, with the body converts beta carotene into vitamin A, which plays a role in hair health by regulating sebum production in the hair follicle. Sebum is a natural oil secreted by hair follicles that moisturizes the scalp and keeps hair strand hydrated. Beta carotene in cloves may prevent dry, brittle hair and hair loss. Vitamin E, an antioxidant, vitamin E can help combat free radical damage and may improve blood circulation to the scalp, onion does that too, which may benefit hair growth by delivering essential nutrients to the hair follicle by giving new hair growth a lustrous shine. Omega-3 fatty acids. Studies show that omega-3 fatty acids may help prevent hair loss and scalp irritation and increase hair density, which may contribute to stronger, thicker, shinier hair strand. And I've been using clove in my hair. What I do is I mix clove, oils, natural oils, rosemary, and I use that in my hair, and it helps with growth, it helps with thickness, it does work. So if you're trying to do something with your hair, and this is the reason why my dad was so frantic in his age, that why he wanted clove, because it helps men, not particularly with just this, but it has a lot of benefits to men who may be having certain dysfunctions. And so he's like, I must have this, and I had to find it for him. So these findings suggest that cloves may be beneficial for men with erectile dysfunction or other sexual dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction is a common problem among men, affecting up to 1 in 5 men. Cloves contain compounds that relax the blood vessel and increase blood flows to the penis, which can help improve erection. If you want to know more, do your research. Castor oil. We're almost there. Okay, castor oil is a non-volatile fatty oil that is derived from the seeds of the castor bean plant, aka castor seed. It's very thick with a color that ranges from clear to amber or somewhat green. It's both used topically on the skin and taken by mouth. It has a mild scent and taste. It's anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant, hepatoprotective, ability to prevent damage to the liver, free radical scavenging and wound healing. The unique properties in castor oil allows it to penetrate deeper than any other oil with renoleic acid, which is a key compound that makes it anti-inflammatory and healing properties. And castor oil is a big thing now because of its many benefits. Yes.
Yes, so just like you said, the castor oil, what I do is before I wash my hair, I put it in like a section and put it on base.
Right.
And then after I put it on base, I do the temple massage.
Right.
And then I get a hot towel, as hot as you can bear.
Right.
And you cover the entire head until it's cool.
Right.
Give it at least a half an hour. If you're not busy, put it in your house, half an hour, then take it out, then do your shampoo. It's very good for the hair
scalp.
growth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very good for the scalp.
Yes, and you could also, use it in your hair as hair oil as well,
I do that.
because it's something that we use growing up. Next, please. So, some benefits. It breaks up lumps and bumps. It's effective on breast lumps, cysts, and adhesions. Cancer support. It assists in reducing a tumor. So, for example, the thing about castor oil, and a lot of people are using it now, wherever you have a tumor or wherever you have a cancer cell or whatever is going on with you, if you apply the poultice, which is similar to the potato, and because we're pressed for time, I will not do that. So what you do, basically, just same thing. You take the poultice, you have a barrier, you immerse the castor oil onto the cloth, and wherever you have the lump, the bump, the cyst, or whatever, you put that castor oil over it. And you keep using it. What it does, it breaks it up, and gets rid of it. Another thing too is that, so with the castor oil, because it's an oil, that's what I want to say. Because it's an oil, not like the potato, you can use that same compress up to a month. After a month, discard it, get a new one. Digestive health eases irritable bowel syndrome and constipation. Kidney and gallbladder health helps dissolve stones. Bone spurs reduces size and pain of the bone spurs. I think it's going to explain a little more. So as I said, this is what you do with it. I just explained. Did you get it? Oh, you're supposed to apply the poultice? All right, next. So raw honey. Honey is made by bees and is comprised of concentrated flower nectar. Honey contains medicinal properties from the flower. So the bee takes it from the flower and makes honey. So if you eat the flower, you're actually, getting the benefits of that too.
Going back to the castor oil.
Yes.
How do you use it for the stones?
For the?
Gallbladder stones.
So basically, some people ingest the castor oil, but in the region of your like the lower stomach, you could literally take the compress and put it. A lot of people just put the compress on the area right here, or wherever you have it, and it will do its job because it pulls, it draws, it finds, and it breaks up. So you could just put it close to that area right here, and then it will do its job. Yeah. All right, 1 minute. So once eaten or cooked, it loses its medicinal properties. So remember, way up there, I was saying try not to use honey too much when you're making your teas and stuff like that, because it loses its property when you make it hot. So it's best to just keep it in its natural state. Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about the honey. I just want to ask this question.
Yeah.
Is it safe to drop it in your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, because they're saying if you're having a problem with your eyes, you can drop, it's gonna sting.
Yes.
You can drop the honey, and you can also, if you can tolerate, they said that saying lemon juice.
Yes.
You can drop it in the eyes. So
Right.
I just want to make
Juice in the
certain
day,
before
honey
I
at night.
dropped it in mine.
Yes. So as Sister Gabaden said, the juice in the day, use the honey at night.
Okay.
And another thing for castor oil, you could place it over the eyelid if you have cataract issues.
Okay.
It will help.
I went to Costa Rica 2 months ago, and of course I have cataract. And one of my friends told me, no, I have something for you, and you don't need to do the surgery. And it is that thing with honey. I didn't use it. It's a little vial, and it's honey. I'm like, I'm not putting this on. I didn't tell her that, but she told me to get that. She said it will just take care of it.
Okay, so there you have it. So use the natural remedies. Okay, so once eaten or cooked, it loses its medicinal property, and so it's best to keep it in its raw state. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, some benefits. Used for burns, wound healing due to its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. It kills germs and is applied directly to burns, infected wounds, diabetic foot ulcers, and skin conditions such as psoriasis and herpes. So could you go back a little bit? So Manuka honey is best for difficult infections and ulcers. So you have different kind of honey. So Manuka. Okay, thank you. Benefits of honey continues. Honey is used as a cough suppressant. It can be taken directly or used to make cough syrup infused with other natural herbs. Local honey helps with seasonal allergy, and it's like encouraged that we try to buy honey in our area because it works best. Yes, it works best. Local honey. A combination of honey and stinging nettle can be used as well for cough. Stinging nettle, you know that? We call it nettle. Stinging nettle, yes.
Okay, so just a little backdrop with the garlic. My granddaughter, she came over my house every time she come to my house, this cough. And I'm a certified home health aide, so I'm afraid to check something and deliver it somewhere. So I reach into my fridge. You know, you break the garlic up and they have some baby ones. Little tiny babies. So I take the baby out and I cut it up very, very small. And then I get a little teaspoon and I drop some onion on top of the garlic. I said, open your mouth. Open your mouth, and I puts it in. Not a big piece, tiny. And would you believe in the morning, that girl will stop coughing?
You hear that, guys?
That girl stopped coughing. And I give it to her with a little warm water. That girl stopped coughing.
The Lord doesn't lie. When He created us, He gave us a diet. Okay? And just like when you buy a car that you work all your life for and it says put 90 in it or 87, you would not dare to put the wrong thing in it. It's the same thing with our body. And I know it's hard. It's sin. We're in a world of sin, and many of us have been conditioned to eat the wrong things. Just try. We're gonna try. We're gonna make little efforts. So honey lowers blood pressure when used as a substitute for sugar. Honey is made with glucose and fructose, which is lower in glycemic index than sugar. Honey can be used to lower LDL, which lowers cholesterol and triglycerides. High cholesterol is strongly associated with heart disease, while triglycerides are associated with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Next, please. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Give him a minute.
If you go back 12 slides.
Okay, just say just say what it was. 12 slides. You weren't counting.
I'm telling you.
Okay, let's do it. You want us to do it after I finish this? Okay, just say it. I'm sure they remember what the slide was mentioned. What relates to which one? You can't go back 12 slides. That's not worry. Just say it. Or we could do it after. Okay, say it. Don't remember what the slide was about. Okay, we're gonna move on. We'll do it in a bit. Okay, cinnamon. Cinnamon is a spice extracted from the inner bark of the cinnamon tree. There are two types: cassia, which has more benefits for treating diabetes, fighting against HIV, and controlling blood sugar, and Ceylon, which is commonly used since iodose or cassia can be harmful. And I'm like, when I saw this a while back, I'm like, whoever goes to the store and say, hey, can I have some cassia, cinnamon, or whatever it is? You just want some cinnamon. But apparently there are two kinds, and one is preferred over the other because the other one in high dosage can be harmful. Luckily, it seems as if we have been accessing the common one, so we should be fine. Cinnamon can help reduce risk of heart disease due to anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds. So it's recommended, well, according to my source, the Lost Book of Natural Remedies. I've never heard of that book. It's a very good book. Take 1 to 2 grams of cinnamon with each meal. It can be added to shakes, teas, foods, smoothies, or in capsules. If you're diabetic, you can take 1 to 6 or 2 teaspoons or 6 grams daily if you're diabetic. So cinnamon is very good. I put it in like porridges and shake and stuff. I like spices. So we're almost at the end. Why natural remedies? It is safe and gentle. It has less risk of side effects compared to synthetic drugs. It's accessible. Right there, they're probably in your kitchen. They're in the supermarkets. Ingredients are often already in your kitchen or easy to find. Sustainable. It's more eco-friendly than many commercial products. And this is the end of the presentation. I guess we're gonna have to go back a few slides because I'm not sure what he wants to share. But I hope that this has been informative. Yes?
I just wanted to ask could you just in a sentence review the name of all these poultices? How many? I have six down
Poultices?
here. How many did you cover?
I cut ginger, potato.
Oh, I didn't put ginger. Okay.
Okay.
I missed ginger. I got cinnamon, onion, garlic, cabbage, castor oil, raw honey. What did I do?
Cloves. Cloves.
Oh, clove, yeah, that clove.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper, okay.
Okay, they're all here, so we could just walk through when I'm finished. So I hope that you have learned a lot, and I hope that for the persons who shared, you have gained some more knowledge. I hope that you will now go into your kitchen, and if there's anything you see in your kitchen that I did not mention here, try to Google it and see what it's good for. If you find that it's bad, don't buy it again. If you find that it's good, keep buying it. As I said, the Lord created these things for our use and purposes. And we just have to be a little more intentional because we want to have good health. We want to be aging well. We want to age healthy, right? And vibrant. And I do believe that if we, as much as possible, try to obey these laws of health, we can live to reasonable age, just like men of old. Maybe we won't be 1,000, but you want to be vibrant. You know, too many of us are suffering from all kinds of ailment when we can do something about it. It's not easy. I have been plant-based for over a decade, and I still have certain struggles. But even if you decided that I'm going to eat healthier today, and you find that you slip, you know why God loved David so much? He's always trying to get God's favor. He keeps trying. Don't quit. If you find that you can't just get over the white rice or you can't get over the snack, just keep trying. You will overcome. Just don't give up because it's a matter of life and death. Okay? Thank you for listening.
Amen.
What's the topic? The one after charcoal? Maybe we should go in there and try to find it and then you come back. Okay, so I do have a few samples here of, this is the hottest cayenne pepper. There is 130 each unit. I don't have a lot. I think I have about 13, so if you're interested in trying, you could take one. And for those who do not have charcoal, I have a few charcoals here. If you want to try it as well. So don't be afraid, come and take one if you don't have it. Try it.
I'll take them around. Okay. Probably shy. On the plate, yeah.
Who doesn't know turmeric? Who said they didn't know turmeric? Who have never seen turmeric? You know turmeric? Turmeric?
You don't need any extra Gabby. You have enough. You want to try one? The cayenne or the charcoal?
Well, this says insects, but spiders and snakes are not insects actually.
Yeah, that's what you wanted to say? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, so thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.